How you guys doing? So anyways, we're back again with another review. And Kesflow Tobacco, Alex V94.
Yep.
Welcome to the channel. Again, if you haven't seen any of my videos, go check them out. And I review cigarettes and other tobacco products. Not just cigarettes. So anyways, here we go. We're going to start off today with the non-cigarette non-tobacco, smokeless tobacco actually. Sorry, I'm getting a little tongue-tied. Which is going to be Copenhagen pouches. Straight pouches, basically. Well, they're not, I don't know if they say straight. But anyways, it says satisfaction since, so let's start out. It says Copenhagen pouches, satisfaction since 1822. Yeah. Alright, so then it has the warning right there. Smokeless tobacco is addictive. So we go around. See, I already popped this open. We go around, just says original pouches. Let's see. Get this all lined up, right? So I can read it, right? Alright, let's go right here. So we start off, got the little label, the thing. It says U.S. Smokeless Tobacco Company, Nashville, Tennessee. Freshcope.com, if you want to look at that. Freshcope.com, right there. Original Copenhagen pouches. Got the Copenhagen logo. Then it says, warning, smokeless tobacco is addictive. Smokeless tobacco, 100% tobacco. Sells only to United States sales the United States, underage sales prohibited. Alright, original pouches, let's try this. So we pop them open. So you got your pouches right there. So they're basically, this comes with tin, and actually this is cardboard.
Yeah,
that's cardboard, and that's tin.
Usually they're plastic.
Yeah, usually they're plastic, and you got your standard pouch right here, and it's a little bit brown and musky, but usually that's how it comes. So then it's not it's a less messier one, but some people say they do get a buzz off these. Some people say they don't. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I'm going to pop one of these in. Here, you can have one. Actually, I'm going to pop two, just because I'm going to do it. I usually put it right here. Another one right here. It's whatever you're liking for doing these. If you want to pop one right over here, pop one right over here, pop one right in the middle, pop one up here, pop them on the side. Doesn't matter. It's all for your preference, basically. It's all what you want. So anyways, usually suck on it, get a little salivated, then you just spit a little bit.
Yep.
Spit. Some people say they can stomach it, but I wouldn't stomach it. I guess like that one is very bad for your health. This is a little bit healthier way than smoking cigarettes. I think. So anyways, start with the flavor. Very natural, very strong. The taste is very potent. Very potent, very strong flavor. It's very a little bit spicy. Tip of my tongue's a little bit burning, a little bit of my lips right there in that area, in this general area. It's tastes pretty good. Tastes not that bad. Tastes a little bit like a cigarette, but you're not smoking it. You're like just tasting the flavor, and it's all just wrapped up in your mouth.
Pretty sweet too.
Pretty sweet, yeah. It's kind of just like goes everywhere. The flavor, depending on where you put it, I guess you get a little flavor. Anyways, yeah. So anyways, the flavor tastes a little bit right. A little stinging around all the tongue. Now my tongue feels a little bit more like it's stinging like more farther back. So the longer you keep it in, usually these last around 20 minutes, and usually dip lasts around 40 minutes. Sometimes like an hour for me. But yeah, like this usually lasts around 20 minutes for me, unless you want to like. Sometimes when you readjust the dip, you can have the little flavor. The flavor will spread a little bit more and open up. It's basically like cracking it, you know. So a lot of people think this is gross, but would you rather have someone blowing smoke in your face or dipping? But it's basically, it's all your preferences. I don't really care. I like both. I don't have no problem with both. You know, it's whatever you like. So anyways, you're all in there. So some people told me that they like this because you know, you don't get all the mess that you get with other dip.
That is true.
Because you get all the little like leaves and little sticks and everything. Someone came to me when I was at work, and I was behind the cigarette counter, and they told me hey, do you have any pouches? Because he had a surgery with his tongue, and he didn't want any of the stuff getting inside it or something like that. So he had surgery in his mouth, so he wanted some pouches. So he chose Grizzly straight pouches, but he said no, Grizzly snuff pouches. So anyways, there, if you have something wrong with your mouth or whatever, you can just use pouches, not like regular the ones that you put in, that has all the leaves and everything. Regular dip. But as you can see right here, it's pulling out. As you can see, you got the dip in the inside of it covered. It's kind of like a tea bag effect that goes on your mouth. It's like you sucked on a tea bag just to get all the flavoring, or if the tea bag was actually like wet and you put it in your mouth and you started sucking on it. It's kind of like a tea bag thing, and then just rolling it out and rolling around, you get the little flavor that you wanted. And basically you get all your nicotine, you get all your flavor, you get all your tobacco, everything that you need.
With no mess.
With no mess.
Seems pretty good in theory.
Yep. So, a pretty good idea. I don't know what company first made it. Do you think it was Skull? I think it was either Skull or Copenhagen. One of them made the first one, and whoever made the first pouches, everybody else started doing it. For whoever made the first one, they started doing it. Then they just went down the line. Skull House pouches, they have different flavors. Camel has their own pouches, which is Camel Snuffs. They have their own, and Copenhagen has pouches, and also Grizzly has pouches, which are pretty good too because they got all tons of flavors.
Yeah.
And if you go to your local Walmart, you get a few flavors that's actually in a good budget. Grizzly is a budget brand around my area. I don't know if anybody else has that. But this is actually like the most expensive. This and Skull. It goes first. Copenhagen's the most expensive. Second most expensive is Skull, and the last one that goes down the line is actually Grizzly. Grizzly's the least expensive. Mostly all of them are pretty good.
Camel's pretty expensive though.
Camel's pretty expensive, yeah. Red Seal's like probably the cheapest, and like Timberwolf, I don't know. I haven't tried that. If you haven't tried Red Seal and Longhorn, those are probably the most inexpensive. Those are the most cheapest ones. Yeah. So all around, let's see the flavor and the taste. Pretty good, good taste. Goes around for lasting and the buzz. I'm gonna give that a. Let's start with the ratings. So I'm gonna rate buzzness and flavor, because with these you get a lot of buzz. More than a cigarette, because a cigarette you get used to the nicotine. So with these, the buzz comes not really that often, so I'm going to give it around 10 being the most, like a really good buzz, to 1 being the least. Let's give it around a 4. Give it a 4, because the buzz comes in late. For lasting a very long time, let's give it for the time length, that you last 20 minutes, I'm going to give that around maybe a 5. Because some should last a little bit longer, like 40 minutes, like a regular. But I'm going to give it a 5 for this one, for Copenhagen. Some of these actually last a little bit longer. But anyways, this one right around here, for flavor, let's get into it. I give it around a 7.5 for flavor. It's a pretty good taste for flavor and the way that you get it and everything all around in your mouth. So I'm going to give it a 7. Let's see... What do we think? Overall rating? Well, let's see. Actually, the stinging and the way that it feels around your mouth, how it hurts or whatever, or it burns. Let's see. Right off the bat, when you get into it, it doesn't burn. It burns a lot, but then when you finally get it in your mouth, it mellows out. I'm gonna give that the burning being 10. It burns all the way. 1 to meaning it doesn't burn that much. Let's go for It's gonna give it a 4.5 around there. 5. Let's give it a 5.5. 5.5. Overall rating, I'm gonna give this a 6.5. It's not that entertaining. It's all right. It's not that good of flavor. The flavor kind of dies down after a few minutes, as you can see. As long as this video goes, the flavor has died down. I don't taste it that much. I've moved it around, as you can see. I'll move it around. The flavor is gone, but maybe because this is old, but oh well, but it doesn't really taste that. The flavor is basically gone from it after this time. So this didn't last that long. So anyways, keep smoking, keep dipping. I'm going to say goodbye. Kesflo and Alex V94 out.